Okay, let's just talk about the G protein linked system and to know how it works. So here we have the elements of G protein linked system. We have four elements of a G protein linked second messenger system. The first element is the neurotransmitter itself, of course. So the neurotransmitter would be actually the first messenger. Sometimes also referred to as the first messenger, as we said. So it is the first messenger or the neurotransmitter. The second element here is the G protein linked neurotransmitter receptor. So this is the receptor itself. This is a second part, another part actually. We have this number 7 here. That would actually tell us about the the transmembrane regions of that protein. So we have seven intermembrane regions. That's why we put that number in that receptor. A third element is a G protein, the G protein, that is connecting protein in general. The fourth element of the second messenger system is an enzyme with E on it, E, okay, which can of course synthesize a second messenger when activated. We will talk about this in a minute. So we have the first messenger, the receptor, the G protein, and the enzyme. All of these would, these are the parts of the second messenger. What happens next is this. When the first messenger, the neurotransmitter, has binded to its receptor, like in this figure, the first messenger does its job by transforming the conformation of the receptor so that the receptor can now bind to the G protein. So you can find that, the first messenger, receptor, G protein, and enzyme. When the first messenger is attached to the receptor, the conformation of the receptor would be ready for the G protein to be bind to that receptor. So that's it. Okay. And you can see here, of course, in this picture that the whole thing is green right now, and and the shape of the end of that receptor is changed, so it can, so it is actually ready to be for G protein to bind there. So what happens next? What happens next is that G protein, as we said, bound to the to the receptor. So once bound to the receptor, the G protein changes shape so it can bind to an enzyme capable of synthesizing a second messenger. That's it. So the shape of the G protein would be changed. So the G protein would bind, then it would change to be ready for the enzyme to bind there. So that's it. Okay, so the final step in the formation of second messenger is for the ternary, I would say, the ternary complex here bind to a messenger synthesizing enzyme Okay, so that enzyme would, turning the would activate and capable to synthesize the second messenger. Okay, So by this process, you can see that the cooperation of the all four elements wrapped together as a complex that leads to the production of the second messenger. So it's not as easy as one thing that leads to another thing. No, we have this complex that would lead to the synthesis of the second messenger. So the information from the first messenger by this process converted to the second messenger. So that's it. That's why we call this system a G protein linked system, because you translate the signal from the first messenger to the second messenger by G protein. That's it.